Good day everyone, my name is Coolpilot and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mishaps. Guess what I found like 2 seconds after ending the last episode? A desert with a cactus. A miracle, I know. It literally was like immediately after I came down here, signed off, looked at my map. Oh, hey, desert. That didn't take long. It's a tiny desert, but hey, take what I can get. A lot of quicksand here, which I'll probably want to try to get. Some good ores here as well, but priorities are 2 things. 1, cactus. 2, quicksand. Oh, I got a music disc, by the way, from the grave. I have to figure out what are we going to get rid of. I guess cobblestone. Wonder if it'll die on the tiny cactus. Yes, it will. And got some palm saplings from the palm trees over there in the tropics. I don't really want those thorns for darts, but I suppose we could always do away with them. That's all our saplings. Want all of these. These are my only seeds and cotton seeds. I want to keep those. Could always get rid of the leather, but I really want to keep the leather. I want to have some around. The bowls. Yes, we can get rid of the bowls. Alright. Get rid of those guys. Just so I don't prick myself on them. Or at least the cactus to them. Cactus. Yes. Finally. And we have some room for some quicksand as well. Let's block off this water. Quicksand is very useful for making traps, particularly when you're making inland bases. Sun's starting to set. Pick up as much of this stuff as we can. These things. Aloe. Have to look up what that's used for. Holy crap. Let's run away. And let's make a little raised resting place for herself. Okay, nothing around now. Aloe. Used for nothing. Alright. We have to clear another space though. Ink sacs I can get whenever. Because we want to get these as well. Cinder pearls from Thaumcraft give you blaze powder. Very useful. Particularly since we are quite a ways away from being able to go into the nether. Oh, there's a spawner down there. Well, let's investigate. First off, but well, torch's not really going to be helpful here because the mobs will eventually just get rid of the thing. Look for the chest. There's one. Appetite, redstone, wheat, cocoa beans. Beans are good to have. Bucket. We'll get rid of the thorns. It's not that important. Gotta keep an eye out overhead, because I know that there was that creeper over here somewhere. There's the other chest. Power 4. The saddle. Can't make a saddle, but this we want. But what can we get rid of? It's too much stuff. I want to keep cat. Saw an enderman over there. Looked angry. Gotta be careful of those guys. All of these tough decisions. You know what? Let's see here. You're so far away from home. And the map bugged out, apparently. Yeah. I'll have to make a boat over here to get back. So we're going to come back for that. Coming over here. Setting this guy down. Making our surfboard. Plopping it down. Getting rid of this guy. So surfboard's ready. And we run back here. And trade the sand for power 4. Oh, yes. Isn't that lovely? I'll grab some more quicksand here before we actually leave. Get up to a stack of 64 since that's the maximum we can carry right now. And there we go. And we'll place down the extra so we're not actually wasting any. Grab some more cactus. We have a little bit more than just the 3. We have enough to plant around. I would just sail off of this coast, but we don't know if this connects up to any of the other oceans. And it looks like there might be more desert down this way. Well, at least move closer so we can generate. You can see on the map. Yes, there is. Way down there. As well as thick, ominous woods. And just normal ominous woods as well. Well, we finally found what we were looking for. It only took forever to do so. A couple of hours of, or an hour or two, I should say, of just running around on a boat trying to find this place. Don't see the creeper over here anymore, so I'm actually going to take a peek up here. For any more of those fiery flowers, I don't see anymore. So well, I've gotten 5 blaze powder out of this as well. Just loaded to the brim with loot while I have to make some more bags for future trips. Oh wait, there's some cotton over here. Well, we can actually make some bags right now, potentially, if there's 6 of them. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I only see 5. Darn, if there's one more of these guys, would have been able to make a bag here and actually carry back a little bit more. But it's not looking like I don't see any others around. There's all those zombies. A whole bunch of them coming out of there. Yeah, so I think that'll actually be it for this area. At least for now. I'll have to come back here at some point to get more, you know, potentially, unless we find another desert, to get more of the quicksand. And it's a good place to farm just plain sand too, because it's a freaking desert. Tons of it. But for now, we shall make our way home. Finally. And I will see you when we get there, because it's just gonna be a very, very long ride. Alright, we are finally safely back home. That took forever. That was one hell of a long trek. Partially because of the way I went. We zoom out here. I decided to try and explore a little bit more of the water out here, and ended up going all the way around. I guess this is one big continent here with the ocean branching all the way around. Didn't get the chance to explore this part, but got all the way around here. Had to do a bit of a trench run through this area, particularly through this river with all the mobs. It was the night. Got back to here around midnight, so just explored this ocean right above us. I did find another village here. I haven't explored it yet, but it's one large village amongst a bamboo forest that is helpfully nearby. Tough to explore that at a later point. Looks like there's 2 tinkers' houses, 1 tower of some sort, a couple brewing places, and then a bunch of houses. So yeah, I explored all sorts of stuff. Didn't really get much of anything, although there was one village here that I got another piston from a tinker's house. Wasn't anything else of really note there. Yeah, just explored a lot. I found this big giant dungeon down here as well. And of course a bunch of slime islands. Kinda also found, you know, I took off the waypoint from the slime island that we had found way down that way, because we got a bunch of ones closer, including this one right here, which is actually not too far from our house, which is nice. There's also, I noticed, a slime island right here. It's actually, these mountains in this rainforest are so tall that the slime island actually generated inside of the mountain, which is kind of funny. I also noticed that there's a jungle temple up here, which we might want to try to go into at some point, but I'm not going to try risking that right now. And I'm not going to try risking that for a while, actually. But we are back home safely, And I got a lot of stuff to try to organize in here. So I will be back again in a little bit once I got everything sorted, because this is also going to take a little while. And we are back. Took a little while to get everything all sorted away. Did a little bit of refurbishing around here, but the furnace is back here, but all the lava right here. And since it's so glowy, I was able to take away a few of the torches. I might end up having to put them back as we start running out of lava, but for now, don't need quite as many torches around here. I'm gonna put some more grout on so we can make more seared bricks and expand our smeltery. And we're finally going to make this frickin' sword. Cactus large guard is made. Got a piece of cactus as well to make something in the future. Now let's compare this. The same thing, but jagged instead of stone bound, which is what we want. We want it to be jagged so it will do more damage. So this will be interesting colors on this thing. This will be the purple people eater. It's a long name, but it fits. Ta-da! We'll use up the last of our steel sword first before we start using up purple people eater. Put this away. But we have it nonetheless. Now let's smelted up a bunch of iron. Let's make an iron ingot. Put that away. We want to make a tool rack. Put some of our tools away. We need slabs. Got some slabs upstairs. We'll have to make some more. Oh, check on our mob farm here. Oh, fire charge. What's that useful for? A lava crystal for Tinker's Construct. Fireworks. And that's basically it. I wonder what that lava crystal does. We'll have to look that up. Now, what did I come up here for? Oh, yeah. Slabs. But most stuff in here also made a separate chest for all of our plantables, mainly because of the trees. So many tree saplings. But put the rest of the plantables in here as well. And keep the products and all the other stuff we have in here. And we'll put up our 2 paintings as well. A lot of them up here as well. Also, check up on the bushes. Doing fine. Cactus are growing. Let's get downstairs. Oh, I put my head back up. Alright. Need more slabs. Be left with 1. Oak tool rack. For now, we'll put this up here. And we're gonna put all our old... Oh, really? Doesn't even begin to line up. That's a shame. I don't want to put it on display like that. We might have to make another oak shelf instead. How's the oak shelf made? Like that. What would the cases be? Those required wool and glass. It's a bit much. Potion shelf. Yeah, we'll just make the oak shelf. So, 6. And a wood. It's a shame that this thing doesn't work with the tinkers. To work with, it works with the sword there, but not with any of the tinker tools. Disappointed. That down. Let's see if it works like this. Doesn't even work with that. Doubly disappointed. I'll put this up here for more of those. And we'll put the tool rack back up here for other things. We can't use the tinker tools with them. That sucks. How are these things going? Almost done. Got a bunch of iron in here. Suppose should start digging the area out for this. There we go. Bunch of seared brick. We're almost up to level 30. Alright, 16 seared brick. How much does this do for us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We can actually get these sides up by 2, but we'll need more still. Because we gotta put blocks here as well. We'll get most of this done. And it'll just be those 3 that we have to fill in still. And put the torch right there for a moment. There we go. So now we should have a lot more room in here to smelt all of the iron. There we go. So I'm going to just smelt a lot of this stuff up and start working toward getting a tool forge so we can make an actual hammer instead of just having to use pickaxe. Though this pickaxe will still be our main digging tool for now. I have to do a lot more digging to get more materials still. Let's put some cobble in here and repair this guy. This guy. Yeah, this one doesn't really need it, but do it anyways. I guess put this in here for the moment. Doesn't really matter too much. And we need to make more bags, right? I still remember. Let's make one of these has got our food in it. That one. So let's make it so we have 3 that are not taken up by food. There we go. And I think that pretty much takes care of all our priorities for now. Hey, squid. So now we have to start thinking about what are we going to do next. And that is the wrong button, Pilot. Hit the record button instead of the one I needed to. Alright, so it is a good question. What are we going to do next? Other than, working up towards, continuing to work up towards a hammer and some better tools, and making this one, at least this one as well as our hammer, better, and getting a better sword. And of course working up towards real armor as well. all that just deals with the smeltery, digging, resources. That I'm going to continue to do, but what do we need to do beyond that? Beyond just digging and smelting. There's a lot of stuff in this. I'm not really ready for the dungeons yet until we get that better gear. Normally I'd say run around. Well, building should be our next priority, but we don't have a spot for our real base yet. We're still in. This is remember our temporary base. This is not going to be our real base in the end. That's going to come later once we find a good spot, which I haven't yet. Oh, farming and everything, farming animals and the like is good. Railcraft. Don't think we really need right now. Railcraft actually would allow us to make steel. By using coke oven. How's that made? Sand and brick. Sandy brick. It's a little expensive on the brick on the sand front, but we could make that. Get up to steel. We have a little bit of steel right now, but not a lot. But we don't have too much use for steel at the moment. It is a nice material, but again, just don't have a lot of use for it at the moment. All this stuff for, of course, rail carts. Oh, they're coming into here because it's nighttime. I let them do that. Continue to look here. All sorts of fancy stones. Upgrading our chests. Actually not that big of a deal at the moment. Growth crafts. Also don't really need to do because I don't really want the alcohol very much. Nether ores, we're not to the nether yet. Of course, here's all the tinker's stuff. Lots of plants. Keep our distance on the creepers. Twilight Forest, oh yeah! That's what the next step usually is, going to Twilight. Look at that clock's going crazy. So yeah, Twilight Forest. Probably be the next step. That would require a diamond. Which is fine. You can get a diamond easily. We still have those diamond blocks down there. Work on my tools first before that. I'm going to the Twilight. Those dungeons still aren't easy, but a little bit better than some of the ones here on the overworld. And actually, that would probably be a pretty decent place to build. I mean, we got a good location. Simply because it's always twilight outside, so it's always daylight, essentially. Bunch of building stuff. Of course, the Thaumcraft, yeah. Getting started on Thaumcraft would be good. That takes up a little bit of space that we don't have at the moment. And requires a good amount of materials, so we need to get a little bit more situated on the materials front. That would be another next step. Probably do that along with going to the Twilight Forest. And along with building our first base. Sound muffler would probably be nice here. More tinker stuff. Nature, better furnaces, or I guess these are more furnaces. You can make those fairly easily. Bunch more railcraft items. Better dungeons, all sorts of better dungeons. Nature, tons of tinkers. There's quite a bit to work on. Just kind of deciding what to do. So I think once we get fully established in terms of resources and everything, got the hammer, got it built up, got the pickaxe a little bit more built up, at least in the luck part. And we've got some, at least beginner metal armor. Then I think it'll be Twilight Force, and Thaumcraft, and base building at that point. I think that's the plan. All those monsters. Mainly zombies. Those guys go. So, yeah, I think the main thing is, as I said, getting the resource situation fully figured out. And you're getting more and more resources. How's the iron doing? 70 ingots of iron. Let's start making some blocks here. And get all of our iron smelted. And then, getting ready to go to the Twilight Forest, making our armor, and getting to the good stuff, basically. The base building and the Thaumcraft. So I think that's the plan. I'm going to get started on, getting the tool forge made, which is what I'm doing at the moment. And do some more digging and thinking and planning. And I will see you guys next time.